Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about how can you actually build a discipline for whatever habit and a goal that you want to actually accomplish. And for the past couple of videos you guys have been loving it. It has been a system of how to and the step-by-step processes and the life-changing comments that you guys actually sent to me. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the number one issue that you might be having is how can you stay consistent and build a discipline that's going to change your life. So not further ado, let's get into it. The number one thing that I always tell anybody that approaches me and tells me, Muhammad, I'm inconsistent, I tell them that this isn't the problem. The problem is you are not finding any clarity behind what are you doing. Because let's put it as an example. If you know exactly what should you do and you're 100% sure that it's going to work, it's going to be easy for you to actually follow up with the things that you are doing. But because you are really unsure about what is it that you're doing and if or not it's going to work for you, you are inconsistent and you show up and then you quit because you are not finding clarity. It might be the plan and it might be the end goal. So number one thing that you have to do is just find clarity on why are you doing it and how are you gonna do it, and just go for it. The second thing that we're gonna be doing over here is building that habit. So after you find and start doing the clarity and the plan that you're actually following, you need to start building that as a habit. Now, how can you actually build the habit? Number one thing that you need to do is make it as simple and as easy to actually follow. Because when it's easy and so simple to follow, you're gonna find yourself so easily going and doing that certain thing. But if it's complicated, there's a lot of, let's say, if this is gonna work or not, and you don't have any clarity behind that, that's the number one thing. It's gonna be super hard for you to actually build that habit and stay consistent. The third thing that we have to do over here is understand the pattern. So this is one of the things that, once you start finding the clarity and once you build it as a habit, you need to be aware that some days you're going to start facing some problems because the plan that you have been actually following stopped working for whatever reason. And that is that's the time that, let's say, you might quit. So you want to understand that, let's say, after 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, or when this certain things happen, I start quitting. You need to start understanding what is stopping you from being consistent and what is stopping you from being inconsistent. Think about it in this way. You're driving your car and then you find a speed bump. All you have to do is just cross your speed bump and then go over it and just accelerate. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have another speed bump. But now you know that the first speed bump, you know that pattern, you crossed it, and now you're more aware of this is the speed bump that actually was stopping me back then. And nowadays I went over that speed bump and I'm ready to see what's the next step that I'm gonna do. The fourth thing was the most important thing that you might be actually forgetting about after finding your clarity, building that habit and understanding that pattern, is taking that action. I don't want you to procrastinate. I don't want you to start asking questions, because now the mind is gonna tell you each and every single way on why is it not going to work. But you need to always be alert and aware that this is not going to be the same exact thing and we're not going to start repeating that pattern. You have to start taking actions immediately. And as they always say, you can't learn swimming if you're just gonna watch the water and not jump into it. Jump into it and you're gonna see that it's super easy, super simple. It's not as complicated as you thought it is, and you're gonna find your answers as you go by meeting people, asking for, let's say, answers, asking questions, finding more clarity. But all you have to do is just start taking that actions, because if you're not going to take that action, you're going to stay stuck and you will always be in a state of what if and what should I do. So this is it for today's video. It's super short, but I wanted to make sure that it's super simple for you to actually follow and start by today. And if you came across this video up until now, you are the real OG. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Tell me what are the things that you are going to start building and finding clarity for, and you want help with that. Make sure to book your first free discovery call. We're going to go through about what are the struggles, what are your goals, and how can we actually develop a game plan to actually achieve those. And in the next 12 weeks, all you're going to be looking about the achievements and the habits and the clarity that you have built. Other than that, make sure to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and see you in the next Tuesday.